eastern border. The project for an eastern border shield is an example of a defense project of common European interest, which would strengthen the European Union's external land border with Russia and Belarus against military and hybrid threats, and would include a mixture of physical barriers, infrastructure development, and modern surveillance systems. So we will strengthen Europe's defense industrial base by removing obstacles through simplification, by reducing bureaucracy. Bureaucracy should be no obstacle to a surge in defense production. We must overcome fragmentation and push for more European investment and collaborative procurement. We must invest in the European defense industry. Again, I will repeat, from my point of view, defense is no normal industry, but a resource for defense, with a dividend security. To protect our EU borders, we must build up an EU defense industry inside those borders, close to those borders. And we must learn from Ukraine defense industry surge, a real big bang from €1 billion production capacity in 2022 to €35 billion production capacity last year, a big bang of 35 times. We want to build a defense industry right here in Europe, so European taxpayer money creates European jobs right here in Europe, and Polish jobs right here in Poland. A massive surge in defense production will mean massive investment for industry, will bring innovation, big opportunities for businesses big and small, and big benefits for our regions and local communities, and will bring jobs, jobs, jobs. From now on, our priority is implementation, implementation, implementation. We need to understand that Putin will not be deterred if we just read the white paper to him. He will only be deterred if we turn the white paper into action. If we use it to build very real drones, tanks, artillery for our defense. To show Putin we have the political will, the economic power, and defense capabilities to deter aggression. To implement the white paper, to build up a European defense industry, we need to spend much more on defense. We also put forward proposals to rapidly scale up defense spending, Readiness 2030, a potential €800 billion extra for next 4 years. First, up to €650 billion by allowing member states greater fiscal flexibility, by excluding 1.5% of GDP from the deficit calculation. Second, the SAFE proposal, Security Action for Europe, 150 billion in attractive loans backed by the European Union budget, to be spent on 7 priority areas of military investment: air and missile defense, drone and anti-drone systems, military mobility, and more. Member states can spend that €650 billion of their funds in Europe and around the globe. And SAFE loans can be spent abroad too, as long as our like-minded partners conclude security and defense partnership with us. Let me also say what does not change and will not change. The member states are responsible and will stay responsible for defense. Poland decides how much to spend on defense. Poland decides what to buy for defense. The European Union offers support, European Union coordination, European Union laws, and European Union money. Member states lose not a fraction of sovereignty. The opposite is true. They will be better able to defend their territory. What also does not change, European Union is our economic powerhouse. NATO with member states is there for military defense. NATO together with member states makes military plans and also sets capability targets. The EU brings added value, budgetary, industrial, and regulatory clout in order to assist member states in achieving defense readiness. No single member state alone can stand up against Russia, but together we can. The European Union is the biggest single market in the world, and NATO is the largest defensive military alliance in the world. The European Union economy is many times larger, at least 10 times larger, than the Russian economy. Together, we can outspend and outproduce and outmatch Russia. But then we need to unite and show solidarity. Solidarity is our most important value, the foundation of the European Union. There is no better place to speak about solidarity than here in Poland. The best place of solidarity, Solidarność. I am still young, but old enough to remember when it started. When Solidarność started, it was the beginning of the end of communism and the Soviet Union. As Lech Walesa said, I quote, "The fall of the Berlin Wall makes for nice pictures, but it all started in the shipyards," end of quote. And Solidarność was the beginning of everything we have today: EU membership, NATO membership, our freedom and prosperity. And it is my mission to make clear in Europe, our defense is based on solidarity and on the principle of collective defense. If one country does not invest in their own defense, it weakens all others in their defense. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. Even if the soldiers do not cross your own border, even if the bombs do not hit your own countries, your own homes, they target all of us. They target our way of life. If the storm comes, no one will escape the devastation. But we can still prevent catastrophe. We can still deter Russian aggression, prevent war and preserve peace. So here in Poland, let's start again a solidarity movement, a European solidarity movement to build up our defense industry and our defense, together in our European Union and with our NATO. There is no better place to start than right here in Poland. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request to switch off all recording devices. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask to take the floor Mrs. Chair,